Hi everybody, it's Joel from RCMAX UK here. Hope you're all good and enjoying the summer. Now, over the next few weeks I want to show you a few new things, but this is the first thing I wanted to show you. It's the new chassis from Mike at RCMAX. Now, just to let you know as well, very briefly, that my channel RCMAX UK is not anything to do with Mike at RCMAX. So I do get questions sometimes, people asking me about RCMAX engines and stuff like that, and I'm not RCMAX. So if you want to know anything about RCMAX products, please direct that to Mike at RCMAX Engines, and you'll get that from him. But anyway, this is basically Mike's new chassis. Now, it's the Pro-Am chassis, or was the Pro-Am chassis, and Mike at RCMAX is the supplier to the UK and I think Europe possibly. But now he has taken over the machining of these and he's making them himself. So basically I'm just showing you the chassis here. Now it's an awesome looking bit of kit. The one upgrade, maybe the one massive upgrade, other than an engine that you can do to your Losi 5T, is a chassis. I mean, there's the stock chassis and you can see the difference really between them. You've got a lot of various mounting holes and so on that you've got on the RCMAX chassis also. Mainly, the main important ones are that you've got the many holes up there at the top left just above that RCMAX logo, and that's for your various servo setups. You can fit the Losi 5B dual servo setup from TLR, and also various other setups as well as the standard setup. So it comes in three pieces. You've got your front section there. Notice the thickness of that chassis. It is so thick. It's made out of 7075 aluminium, all three pieces, and you've got the front and rear sections that are removable for basically damage or wear over time. Of course, they do take a bit of abuse, the front and rear. Notice those big milled out sections for weight, to take weight out where it's possible to take weight out. And just the sheer, you can see the machining, the quality of the machining, how clean it is. It's just an impressive bit of kit really. If you want to do something to your Losi 5T that's going to make it just look and feel that bit higher quality, then this is something you really got to consider, guys. I thought about not doing it initially because of the cost, but after seeing it and you know, upgrading my Losi 5T, I thought, wow, I've got to get some of this. So that's how it will look when it's together. It's a very tight fit getting the front and rear sections in, so you do have to drift them in with a rubber mallet or a block of wood with some lubricant on there. They're extremely tight fit, obviously tolerance-wise for strength. They bolt together with 4 nuts and bolts at the front and rear with nylon lock nuts, so it's very simple to bolt them together, and you have that option then of replacement of various parts if you bend or damage anything. These are the nuts and bolts you get in the pack with it, so you get all that stuff that you need. Another item that came in the pack was these. They're Fonzi RC engine space, I suppose the mesh spacer screws and the spacers themselves, and they basically are manufactured by Fonzi RC here in the UK, and they basically are from solid aluminium, and they just slot into your standard space, as you can see here, where you'd put your spacers, your Losi spacers, and then they just slide forwards and backwards so you can set your mesh yourself by hand, which, I mean, I definitely like the idea of, and that's what I am going to use. I already had a set of these anyway from Fonzi RC, and they do fit straight into a standard chassis, of course, as well, so you can do the same thing. So that's something maybe to look out for. Fonzi RC, he does do some special parts for various large-scale cars, so check him out if you have the time. So basically, moving on to the weighing scale here, everyone, of course, goes on about weight and is concerned about heavier weight and so on. Consider the strength benefits of this chassis. It's thicker, way stronger, quality, all that stuff. But again, you're not sacrificing anything really with weight. If you look at the weight, you've got what, 1,382 grams there, and let's put the RCMAX chassis on the scales. There's the 3 sections. That's actually lighter than the standard chassis. Add the bolts. I think it was 38 grams heavier with all the bolts included. So next to nothing basically for all that extra strength and obviously extra quality that you're getting. Now, why did I even think about a chassis? Well, the looks, obviously, it's a stunning bit of kit. You can see it here in the sunlight. It just looks amazing. Again, front and back. Just if you're gonna do anything to your car, consider this chassis. But also, it's the flex. It's so stiff. Now, my standard chassis with my ALX engine in it, I can see if I hold the towers, there's quite a lot of flex there in the chassis. I was holding this, and I don't think that's going to be the case at all. And then secondly, I didn't manage to. A friend of mine borrowed my Losi 5T briefly so I could do some filming, and he crashed it once and managed to bend the standard chassis. It did surprise me at the time, but obviously it's a lot more common than you think. So that is the kick up, which is now a kick down. So in essence, I was concerned about that, especially when you're running a big bore engine. It's the weight and so on. So, and the flex in the chassis I didn't like. So definitely that's what drew me towards the RCMAX chassis. And now, of course, it's slightly different. It's machined amazingly. It's such a high quality bit of kit. You got those steering setup options, which obviously add to the options of setup that you can do. Okay, guys, so check out the link in the description box. Take it easy. I'll be showing you a lot more stuff over the next few weeks. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.